drink when I don't even want to drink. I don't want that control over me, so I rebel against it. It's the one thing I'm holding on control over. And he's wanting to take it away, even though it isn't healthy for me. I need to control something.
Okay, you know, that's not good, right?
I do.
I mean, you understand that's not helping the situation at all. I mean, this dynamic may not be working, but pouring alcohol on top of it, if it's rebellion or whatever, that doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. It's not healthy for me. It's not healthy for relationships with my children or my husband. It seems like it's the only time that I really can have a voice, though. I'm able to have this liquid voice that I can say how I feel. And so I'm able to stand up to Mike and say how I feel.
Okay, well, let's hear some of that.
Dr. Phil, this is a normal night. I come home and have a bottle of wine. Today he was so terrible to me, and I just accept it. I try to protect him to the point I was going to write you a letter and say, it's not him, it's me. Everyone wants me to leave him. I do not know how, because I'm his only friend. I can't do that to him.
Is he smothering you with his control?
Yes.
How does it make you feel when somebody, I'll go down the list of what she said. She said that you draw her bath, you color her hair, you make her dentist appointments, you make her take a walk, you demand that she do yoga, that you tell her what vitamins to take, that you chastise her if she makes the wrong foods, that you chastise her when she eats bread, that you don't want her on the phone when she is with you. Tell her when to pray, do sermons over, you pick the restaurants, you demean the waiters and demand the menu be prepared a certain way. You run your finger along the baseboards to check her housekeeping. Make her go to work with you. She doesn't attend AA meetings, you're going to kick her out of the house, you break her stuff, you threaten her, you walk her like a dog on a leash. I mean, I could go on and on and on here. That's your perception, correct?
Yes.
I'm not saying that's all right. That's her perception. Now, you seem to have an excuse or an explanation for each one of it, that you're just doing it for care, but reality is perception, and she perceives that that's what you're doing to her. How accurate is she?
I would say she's very accurate.
Okay. And you want to know if that's crossing the boundary, crossing the line?
Oh, I know I've crossed the boundary.
It's hugely crossing the line.
Absolutely.
You said you woke up one time and he was standing over you with a pillow over your head? What was that?
And that was the only time he's ever been physically abusive, and that was because he was angry that I had a Thanksgiving event at his mother's house, and I'd gone with his brothers to listen to jazz Thanksgiving evening, and he was angry that I didn't come in with his brothers till
What do you
late.
mean you woke up and he was there with a pillow?
He had a pillow over my head to wake me up at 6 in the morning to tell me he was leaving me in Palm Springs, and
What do you mean a pillow over your head?
he had a pillow over my head.
To smother you?
Yeah, kind of.
Well, you don't kind of sort of smother somebody. Was he smothering
He
you?
was trying to get my attention, yeah.
Startle you awake? He wasn't trying to kill you.
No,
Okay, I want to be clear on that.
no.
You left without her
I did.
because she went out with your brothers?
No, because she stayed drunk the whole time we were at my mother and father's house, and she embarrassed me. She overtalked everyone. What happens is I get frustrated, and then I get angry, and I left.
You said, if I can't take care of you, I probably don't want to have anything to do with you. And then you said, I get this idea that our life would be better if Cindy behaved in a certain way.
Well, when you go home to someone that's drunk every night, and
I'm not drunk every night, Dr. Phil.
Well, you're drunk too much.
I know, but not every night. I go visit my family and my children. I don't drink. I just got back from a week with him. I don't drink when I'm there. When I'm with him, I feel like drinking.
You said when you were in rehab away from him, you were at your happiest
I was.
because you were away from him.
Yes. I made good, healthy decisions for myself, and I went to yoga every day, and I swam every day, and I prayed every day, and I enjoyed that.
He says you like to play the victim and manipulate people.
Sometimes I think I do. I think I feel I'm a victim.
You drink to get back at him?
I drink at him. I do. All of this started about 3 years ago when I lost my father and he lost his job. The control started to become stronger. I started drinking more. He started getting upset about it. I started holding on to it. I started eating more. I've gained weight. And I started spending money that we didn't have.
This is not your first marriage.
No, no. It's my third marriage.
So, do you have a theory as to why you might be blurring these boundaries?
Because she's abusing alcohol. She's hurting herself. She continues to hurt herself. She hurts her relationships with her mother, her children. Everywhere she's...
Are you controlling and penurious of wait staff because she drinks?
Wait staff?
Yeah, she says when you are in a restaurant with waiters that it gets so bad she doesn't even want to go. She says it's just not worth it. He just demeans them, he controls them, he condescends to them.
That's her perception. That's her perception. I've gotten to a point where I think this word controlling, I'm gun shy. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm controlling. This morning, I'll give you a perfect example. The driver asked us, it's time to go, said it to me, picking us up at the hotel. I turned to Cindy, I said, Cindy, it's time to go. She said, see, you're controlling.
No, I'm going to change. I would like to say something, and I would like to...
So I'm controlling because I'm...
In the last 72 hours, this is what I want to say. We go to the show while we've been here. I go in and pick out a seat in the theater. He gets popcorn, and I know immediately when he walks in the theater and finds me, he will make us move to another seat. Without a doubt, I know that we will be moving to another seat because it doesn't matter what seat I choose in that theater, it's not the right one. I know this.
You know, you can't tell me you don't have insight into this. That you don't get that this is not okay.
It's a big theater. There's 6 people in the theater, and they come and sit right down behind us.
But I knew this.
But it happens every time,
I felt
right?
like just
It happens in every restaurant, every theater. You can't tell me you don't have insight to this. I'm going to give you my theory.
Okay.
And up next, there's something Mike doesn't want Cindy to talk about with me. Is he trying to control this show? I ask him up front. We'll see what they say when we come back.